Jai Gurudev, welcome to Connect with the Divine with Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda. Paramahamsa Vishwananda is an enlightened, God-realized spiritual master. His mission on earth is to open the hearts of mankind, and through his Bhakti Marga organization, he helps spiritual seekers experience and cultivate a very uniquely personal relationship with God. The Sanskrit word bhakti means love and devotion, and Bhakti Marga is the path of living and loving the divine in daily life. One way to do this is through chanting the name of God. This practice is also known as japam. Chanting is a very simple yet powerful practice that has been used for thousands of years. Ancient saints and yogis have called upon the power of chanting to help calm the mind and to attain higher states of consciousness. Many different spiritual traditions use chanting as a way to connect more intimately with the source of life itself. Chanting the Lord's name invokes His divine presence, and chanting with love helps you to realize Him within your own heart. You will notice that Paramahamsa Vishwananda is using a string of 108 prayer beads called a mala. A mala carries the vibrational energy of the divine name and helps to keep track of the repetitions. Paramahamsa Vishwananda will come online in just a few moments, and when he does, he will invite you to chant along with him for approximately 15 minutes. After the chanting is finished, he will lead everyone in a very short guided meditation to support Mother Earth. Once the meditation is finished, please sit quietly for a few moments to enjoy the effects of your japam. When Paramahamsa Vishwananda comes back online, he will give satsang by answering your spiritual questions and revealing timeless truths to help you rise above the challenges and fears of today's world. It is very rare to have such access to a living master, and it is even more special to have the opportunity to learn directly from him. We hope you enjoy your connection with the divine.
Have you ever looked into the eyes of a spiritual master? Come and experience it for yourself. Look into the eyes of real, unconditional love and let it open your heart. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda is a God-realized master who lives in constant union with the divine. He lives at a place in the heart of Europe. It is called the home of the Divine Mother. From here, he is now giving what is called darshan online so that everyone can benefit. Darshan means divine sight, but simple words cannot do justice to the incredible experience of seeing and being seen by him. Look into the eyes of unconditional love and let it open your heart. You can now have your own experience of this divine master from wherever you are. Feel it for yourself and let love return.
Shri Vithala Giridhari तुम ही मेरे सतगुरु जीवन के स्वामी तुम्हारी चरणों में अर्पित रहूंगा माता पिता सब तुम ही तो मेरे तुम्हारी सेवा में समर्पित रहूंगा तुम ही मेरे सतगुरु जीवन के स्वामी तुम्हारी चरणों में अर्पित रहूंगा गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की जय।
शंख चक्र गद पाने द्वारका नीलयच्युता गोविंदा पुंडरीकाक्ष रक्षमा गदपाने द्वारका नीलयच्युता गोविंदा गोविंदा पुंडरीकाक्ष रक्ष मां शरणागतम् रक्ष मां शरणागतम् रक्ष मां शरणागतम् रक्ष मां शरणागतम् रक्ष मां शरणागतम्। पांडुरंग ये रे 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 विठोबा रे पांडुरंग ये रे विठोबा रे पांडुरंगा ये रे राधाणी बाम रघुमयी तेराणी राधाणी बाम रघुमयी तेराणी राधाणी बाम रघुमयी तेराणी राधाणी बाम रघुमयी तेराणी राजा पंढरीक्ष विठोबा रे राजा पंढरीक्ष विठोबा रे राजा पंढरीक्ष विठोबा मुखे मंदहासमते मकुट शोभे मुखे मंदहासमते मकुट शोभे मुखे मंदहासमते मकुट शोभे मुखे मंदहासमते मकुट शोभे मंगलमये रे विठोबारे प्रेममणि चंद्र प्रेममणि चंद्र भागनिवासे प्रेममणि चंद्र भागनिवासे प्रेममणि चंद्र भागनिवासे प्रेममणि चंद्र भागनिवासे कुंडलिनी भक्त विठोबारे कुंडलिनी भक्त विठोबारे कुंडलिनी भक्त विठोबारे कुंडलिनी भक्त विठोबारे पांडुरंग ये रे 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 विठोबारे पांडुरंग ये रे विठोबारे पांडुरंग ये रे हरि विठ्ठल 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 हरि विठ्ठल 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 हरि विठ्ठल 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 हरि विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठला पांडुरंग ये रे पांडुरंग ये रे पंढरीनाथ महाराज की
Jai Gurudev, everybody. Let us chant the divine name together. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Now let us meditate a little bit. Please close your eyes. Visualize your Ishtadev on your third eye and see a bright light on your third eye. And inside that bright light, you see your Ishtadev or any form of the deity that you feel close to. Then bring the light to your eyes, the right one, then the left one. Let it purify your sight. Then bring the light to your nose, the right one, the right nostril, and then the left. Let it purify the sense of breathing. Bring the light to your mouth. Let it purify the sense of speech. Bring the light to your ear, the right one, then the left one. Let it purify the sense of hearing. Bring the light to your hand, right one, then the left one. Let it purify the sense of touch. Bring the light to your feet. Let it purify your path in life. Now bring the light to your heart. Feel the warmth of this light. Feel the love that you have inside of you. And let this light become bright and brighter, where your whole body is full of light. And chant with me. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Gurudev, everybody. So now I'll ask Jai Gopal to ask your question.
Guruji, can your devotees have different approaches to coming closer to the divine other than building a relationship with a Hindu deities?
Actually, look, everybody have a different approach towards God. whoever they believe in and they have love toward that deity, of course that they will become close to God, because God is not limited to only one religion. But as you have said, can my devotee, look, we are following a Hindu path, and that what one is on that path, and one have to honor the path they are in. When we are talking about bhakti, bhakti is what is born inside the heart of each people. And we don't know what is the devotion that they have. And each one will cultivate the devotion according to where they belong to. And my devotee, of course, we follow strictly, mostly Hindu tradition. And of course, they have to honor where they are. You know, they can't walk with one master and then enter another boat at the same time. So if you enter two boats at a time, you will sink. So that's why, you see, the approach to come closer to the divine, you have to follow what your master is teaching you. So for me, what I've been teaching the devotee is to have devotion to Sriman Narayana, devotion to the Ishtadev, and that what will bring them closer to the divine, closer to themselves firstly. Because if you are following a certain path and yet you can't follow what the master is saying, then what the use of following the master? So if you're following a certain path, you have to honor your path that you're following. And you have to give your fullness into that path itself. That doesn't mean that you can't respect other deities, you know. The respect must be there. And we have never criticized anybody, you see. And of course, when you have respect towards, let's say, to Jesus, to Mother Mary, or to Shiva, or to Ganesha, or to Durga, it doesn't matter. The respect must be there. And even if you have a picture of the deities, you know, it's not a problem. As long as you are clear what is your goal and who you are following, what is your path itself.
As we go through the process of churning of the ocean, a lot of negativity is released. Is there a way to transform this energy as it is being released so that it does not affect the people around us?
It's true. When you're going on your spiritual path, first it is like a churning of the ocean itself. And of course, lots of negativity which you don't want to see in yourself, all the flaws that you have about yourself resurface itself. And who would like to see their flaws? Nobody would like to see their own negativity. But yet it is there. And when you go on the spiritual path, you have to transcend these negativity. As long as you don't transcend it, you don't want to see it, you will never move forward into your spiritual path. So when you go through that, of course, firstly, you will be affected by these, because you are looking at the gross negativity. You are not looking really at the negativity and say, yes, I'm going through that, and accept it. The moment you learn to accept these negativity, you will be able to transcend them. But as long as you fight it, as long as you say, no, I want to fight that, I want to get rid of this, then transformation will not happen, because you are becoming negative yourself by adapting towards this negative energy, which actually it is there for your transformation to happen. So you start to fight it. Very often it's many people like that. You can't fight it. It is part of you. You just need to learn to accept it and move forward. The moment you learn to accept it and move forward, that negativity will transform itself. But if you hang upon this floor and sit and cry, then nothing can happen, no one can help you. And also you can transform that negative energy into positive energy. There's a beautiful story. There's a pot bearer, a water bearer actually. He was carrying 2 pots. He will carry, to bring water from the river to the master's house. And one of the pot had a crack into it, and the other pot was full. So every day he will carry the water from the river, and of course when he reached the home of the master, only 1.5 pot was there. So years goes on like this, and the pot was feeling a bit sad, because one side, you see, the pot was perfect, the other side the pot had a crack. So one fine day, the pot with a crack said to the pot bearer, the water bearer, I feel very sad because of my crack. You have to carry only 1.5 pot, because all the other half of the water leak from the crack, and then it's finished. So this seeing this, the sadness of the pot we have a crack, the compassion water bearer said, listen, have you ever noticed that I did notice that you have a crack, and I did notice that you're leaking, and did you notice that the pathway towards the master's house on your side is full of flowers, whereas where the other pot is without any flowers? So I did notice that, and I planted some seeds of flowers. And these flowers, this is what, because of the crack that you have, these flowers have been used on the master's table and decorating of his house. So without you doing this service, it will never happen. So like that, you see, everybody have a certain flaws in one life, and everybody have negative energy in one life. But it is your choice whether you want to keep that negative energy in negative, or you want to transform it into something positive and beautiful in your life. So like that, these energy, when you go on your spiritual path, these energy will have to come out of you, because until you don't get rid of this energy and transform it especially, you will never feel free on the spiritual path. There will be always something which will always stopping you. But once you have transcended by the divine name, by becoming positive, by looking at it and transform it in a positive way, because you have always a choice whether to look at something in a positive side or in a negative side. In the Gita, throughout the Gita, Krishna said to transform yourself into a yogi. And why do you think he said that? The yogi's mind have a mind of equality. There's no judgment. In chapter 6, verse 8 of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, a yogi seated in knowledge and wisdom, it is unshaken by everything around. For them, for the yogi, a lump of earth, a stone, a gold is equal, because they are seated in that supreme wisdom. They are seated into that illumination. So when we see what Bhagavan Krishna is saying in this verse especially, he's calling everybody to transcend. It's not about the knowledge of the book or the wisdom, because here when he's talking about knowledge, he's talking about the first experience of the self itself, you know, the first experience of who you are truly. And when you have that first experience of the self, that is the true knowledge. It's not about book knowledge, it's not about scriptural knowledge. It's about that first experience of that divine feeling inside of you. So once you have that divine experience inside of you, you transcend all the negativity, because negativity will not be there. Because once you're seated into the blissful state, everything becomes equal to you. As you perceive the divine in each thing that is around you, you know that each experience of life, it is for your own benefit, and it is for you to advance, for you to move forward in life. So whenever the transformation is happening inside, don't be alarmed. Just stay calm. When you are calm, automatically your calmness will have a deep impact upon the people around you also. But if you become negative, of course that will also have a different aspect around, you know, they will also project your own negativity on others. So how do you perceive your transformation is very important. So it's not about how other people perceive your transformation, but how you see your own transformation and how do you take it. So if that transformation is positive, you will see that everything that you do will be blessed with that positiveness. Jai Gurudev.
Paramahamsa Vishwananda recommends we keep chanting the name of God every day. Just 15 minutes a day will help you to create an oasis of positivity and divinity in your life. We invite you to submit questions and learn more about Paramahamsa Vishwananda and his Bhakti Marga mission by visiting paramahamsavishwananda.com. Thank you for joining us today. Please join us again for another live Connect with the Divine session every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock Germany time.